Well, it's been a second since I've made a video. I've got a powder blue tang that I added to my large tank, and while everything in that tank gets along fine, since I've moved the domino damsel down to the sump, the sailfin didn't like the fact that this buddy was pretty. So I had to move him over here. Well, he's been fine. I've enjoyed him over here. He hangs out. The other day, I was at the Blue Lagoon, right there on 109 at the intersection of 70. As you go into the Mount Juliet, Lebanon area, and they had an Eboli angel. Again, it's a beautiful white base, blue and yellow lines, nice tail, thick color, and I added him to this tank. And I noticed as he went down to the bottom, he went right over here where my powder blue tang was. Apparently, they don't like being together, or it's a pretty thing, I don't know. And so he chased him, and he wound up over here behind the green star polyp, and there he is. Look at that beautiful blue tail, green on his fins underneath, the orange stripes, that kind of grayish hair. Don't do it. And as I was doing some tank maintenance, cleaning out some stuff, I noticed that for some reason, my parallelogram trigger there and the big rabbit fish were apparently moving rocks around, so I had to restructure everything. And this is the first time I've seen that angel in 2 days, or since I bought him. And I haven't seen my hippo tang or the rabbit fish. And again, the rabbit fish is the size of my hand, and how he hides behind these rocks is amazing. So like I said, so I restructured, threw some stuff around to make, and that has obviously created some relocating of fish. There's the old blue hippo tang. My wonderful wrasse. But that guy right there, who knew he was going to be such a troublemaker? Because in the other tank, the sailfin tang immediately came out of hiding, pinned him against the corner, and I thought, well, that's great. I'm going to lose a $150 fish in the first day. So he immediately got put over here, and everything's been fine up until the other day when I bought this new angel. Fish are funny. I'm still loving my bar gobies. They hang out in the bottom, those little purple prince fish. They're awesome. And note to others, I know they sell damsels cheap. Avoid them if you can. They turn out to be very rugged, very long-lasting, very sturdy fish, but they tend to be jerks to most everybody else. Same thing with clowns. I've got these maroon clowns. They chase everybody else around. I'm sorry, the other clowns around. If you'll notice, I've got some Clarkie over here. They definitely have two different halves of the tank, and you want to find Nemo and all this other stuff, but set your tank up, recycle it, do whatever you got to do, and then buy the fish that you want, not necessarily the fish that are cheap. Now, in saying that, I started getting into coral, so I don't know if I turn the blue lights on, everything fades away. But every now and then, if you get coral, you tend to pick up maybe a little aptasia if you don't dip it or clean it. And sure enough, in my sump, I've got a ton of aptasia. So I picked up a peppermint shrimp yesterday, dropped him into this baffle, and within about 3 minutes he started attacking and eating the aptasia that it was around. Now, sadly, this morning I haven't been able to find him, and I was afraid that, oh, watch out, maybe, just maybe, I may have something pick on him, because if you'll remember, Captain Domino Damsel got put down here in jail, and this is where he hangs out, which means he don't pick on the clowns, which I believe they're the same species or whatever, but and the clowns don't pick on him, but he doesn't disrupt anything else. I'm in the process of cleaning this tank, which needs it, but if you'll notice that that Kenii tree there has branched off, dropped polyps. They do whatever they do. I've got Kenii everywhere. Like I said, my green star polyp, I've got 2 different branches over here, and it quits spreading and doesn't come out, so I don't know if I need to check the pH or the alkalinity. But again, every time I set something loose, Mr. Porcupine Urchin picks it up and drags it around, so if I don't have something glued in, it's all over the place. So, but he does a good job. Every now and then you'll get up and you'll see big stripes of white where he cleans off all the hair algae. I've got the sailfin tang and a flame tang in here that's supposed to be eating that stuff, but they don't do it. They can't keep up for whatever reason. I may have to cut back on my light cycle. Who knows? I wound up setting my 55-gallon tank up for discus. I bought 2 discus, put them in the 65-gallon, and they were chased around after the first day. I brought them in here, had to move fish all over the place. I put that big white light up here, and instantly within 2 weeks I was just covered in algae, so I switched back to the smaller lights with less intensity. And I'm actually trying to get some planted fit tanks in here. You'll notice I got some of these solid ghost black angels. I bought 6. I can only find 4 now. I think there was a couple of young ones that may not have survived. But they're beautiful. I'm going to try to pick up some more since I've swapped out and moved everything around. I have all this space because the 2 discus, one died in 3 days. The next one took about 3 weeks before he succumbed, and he was in here by himself. They're just odd. I love them to death, but they're just odd. I did notice that I've had a bunch of guppies fry that have just popped out in the last 2 days. I've probably got about 60 new guppies in here from 2 different females. Same thing here. I've got a handful in this tank, and in my little 20-gallon that I started with in here, I've got another set or 2 of females that have birthed out, so I've got another 20 to 50 in here. So I'll hopefully have some really fancy cobra tails and some leopard prints coming out with a bunch of different colors, and that'd be awesome. Now, way more than what I wanted to film, but like I said, I was very happy with that Eboli Angel and my powder blue. So, like I said, if you're interested in fish, go to 7 Seas or Blue Lagoon, both here in the Gallatin area, Rivergate /109. So we'll see you then.